Happy Friday and happy first Friday of Black History Month. Come on in here. Let's talk about it. As you are coming in, let me pin this comment. Yes, it is the first Friday of Black History Month. Period. We acting up all month. You know what I'm saying? Listen up. You know, it's so funny because I live in Senegal, right? Thank you, Dena. Hey, y'all. I live in Senegal, right? And so they don't really have the concept of Black History Month. So I'm like telling my husband, you know, it's Black History Month. And he's like, oh. I'm like, it's supposed to be hype. You know what I'm saying? This is our month. Can't nobody tell us nothing. Can't nobody tell us nothing. We could act up. But you know, here, it's basically 100%, you know, Black, this country. So I guess for them, it's like every day is Black History Month because he's like, okay. And I'm like, wow, you know, we really don't have that advantage in the States. We just have, you know, this is our month. Like, we get hype about our month. But for most people in the diaspora, you know, Africans, you know, this is their normal. So, you know, whatever. But I'm making sure the kids know that this is our month. You know, this is, don't let nobody talk to you that kind of way. You know, you got to remember where you come from. Like, this is our month. And we have an extra day this month. And I'm going to keep talking about it because we have 29 days. Yes, drop a money bag in the chat. So y'all, go ahead and start with that. Let's get some money energy in here. Drop a money bag in the chat. And let me pull this down a little bit. Okay. Yes, I will save this live so y'all can watch it. You know, I don't always save my lives. Yes, Bree, I did. You did secure your spot to the challenge, girl. So you are in. Yes. Yeah, so I don't always save my lives to my page, but this one I'm gonna save because it's Black History Month. Okay. Thank y'all. Drop a money bag in the chat. Let's get some money energy in here because we have to talk about wealth, okay? Y'all know the goal for this year is financial freedom. That's why my financial freedom challenge is coming up in 17 days, okay? So y'all know the goal for this year is financial freedom. Hey, thank you. So good to meet you too. Y'all know the goal is financial freedom. And so with financial freedom, it also means having a wealth plan, okay? And one thing that I have learned since growing my business, love you, bye. One thing that I have learned since growing my business, starting to build my own wealth, is that you have to have asset protection, aka trust funds, okay? And this is something that we're often not taught in our communities. It's just always assumed that you have a will, or, you know, I don't even know if it's something that's really talked about, right? I want you guys to comment yes or no in the chat if you or people in your family have a trust fund or talk about trust funds. And no right or wrong answer, because I can definitely tell you, before I started to learn about trust funds, I did not have one. Like, before I started to learn about what it means to have a trust fund, I didn't have one. My parents didn't have one. And this is up until, you know, a year, 2 years ago. And my parents are in their 60s. My parents didn't have one. They just had a will. And so my mom went to probate with her mom's house and everything. She had siblings. You know, it's just, probate is seen as normal. Probate is seen as normal. So we have to start really shifting the narrative and making trust funds what is normal. Because when we hear trust fund babies, or when we think about trust fund babies, oops, I need the link for the challenge, please. Yes, Truth, I will make sure we get you that link. Just give me 1 second. But, excuse me, when we hear about trust funds, when we hear about trust fund babies, what do we envision, right? We envision white people. That was the first time I heard about trust fund babies in the context of white folks, right? And I'm sure you guys can definitely relate. It's not necessarily been a term that's associated with our communities because we haven't had access to that knowledge, or it's been believed that we don't have assets to protect, right? But y'all have to understand that historically, our people have always had things like, yes, our people have always had things like land, homes, bank accounts, right? Businesses, but we have always been stripped of our rights to pass down our assets, right? I'm sure all of you guys may have a story in your family or know of a family that has a story where there was land at some point in the family and it was taken. All of a sudden, we don't own the land anymore. Some, probably white person took the deed, or, paperwork was lost. Like, there was never just assistance for us to keep the wealth that we have built because the knowledge wasn't given to us, and also the rights were not given to us. Our families could have been so much wealthier had we been able to keep grandma's house or great grandma's house or great grandpa's piece of land, right? We all have something like that in our history, or we know a friend of a family member who has this type of story in our history. So we have to make sure it stops with us. You are going to position yourself to be the wealth builder. No matter what has happened generationally before you, you are the one who's going to change the legacy. I want you guys to comment in the chat, it's on me. Comment that in the chat. Comment, it's on me. And this is not to add stress to your life, because I know we have a lot going on anyway. We're trying to pay our bills. It's like, dang, girl, I can't also be, the generational wealth breaker. The generational curse breaker. I got to pay my bills. I got to take care of these kids. And I got to build wealth. Ellie, it's too much. And so, this is not to add an additional task for you. But you guys know when I'm coming to you and I'm educating you on your business, your finances, and wealth building, I want it to be so clear and almost like ABC information to you so that it's something you can do without adding extra stress to your life. We have to just normalize these kinds of conversations. The same way wealth, investing, businesses, entrepreneurship, trust funds, assets, those are normal conversations in other rooms of other ethnicities, right? Those are normal conversations. So let's make those normal conversations in our rooms too, for our communities too, so that it doesn't feel like an extra task thinking about wealth. It's just what we do. It's just how we know we're going to operate. It's just a requirement. Exactly. Hey, y'all. Let me have a little water. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to share this live. Click the little arrow at the bottom. Send this out to at least 10 people, because we have to make this conversation a normal conversation. It's interesting because when I go live and I talk about making $100,000 a month or getting $100,000 in funding, it'd be like 500 of y'all in here. And today when I'm talking about trust funds, I know it's Friday, so people are busy. So, it's not about the numbers, but we have to make sure that these conversations are just as important as making money or getting funding. Because when you start making money, you have to have a place for that money to go. I can tell you that having a trust fund, having a way to pass down assets is even more important than just having money in your account. So let's paint a picture, right? One of the things that you can do with a trust fund, yes, keep sharing, y'all, keep sharing. One of the things that is important, one of the reasons why it's important to have a trust fund, is that when you have a bank account, okay, you need to make sure that you transfer the ownership of your account into your trust fund. Okay, so essentially what that does is now your trust is an entity. Okay, you have to see your trust the same way you would see your business. Your trust has an EIN. Your trust can open up bank accounts. Your trust can purchase assets. Your trust can purchase real estate. Like, it functions as an entity. So your bank accounts that you have, a lot of why bank accounts end up going through probate and we have all these problems when family members pass away is because of the fact that the asset was not put into a trust. Having a trust fund protect those assets means it creates a legal protective barrier. So a judge cannot jump into your trust fund to try to assign, however much is left in your bank account off to your family. You have to make sure that your account is owned by your trust fund. And then you have your designated beneficiaries or whomever you want to manage your trust listed on your trust fund. So this is going to avoid cousin Nene and cousin Day Day and your ex-husband or whoever trying to pop up at the end of the day and say, oh, I want to, have a piece of this money, right? We all have a horror story about probate. I'm sure you know one, or you have a friend or family member who has one, because people can just make a claim to whatever money or assets you have just because they want to. And because it's in probate, it can slow down the process. So you want to make sure that your bank account is in your trust fund, right? So the important step, once you form your trust fund, the most important thing to do is to fund the trust, okay? Comment that in the chat. Comment fund the trust. That's the next most important thing, is you have to fund the trust. Having the trust fund on paper is not enough. That was the main thing my lawyer stressed to me when we got my trust fund done. It was like, okay, Ellie, cool, you got the trust fund done, but it's nothing, you guys. The trust fund is nothing unless you fund the trust, okay? So funding the trust means doing things like transferring the ownership of your bank accounts into the trust. You will do this by going to your bank. You're going to bring them a copy of your trust fund, their certificate of the trust, and then you're essentially going to be able to transfer it in. It's very easy to be done. And what's interesting is you guys have to pay attention, right? Your bank has probably never told you about these things. You've probably never heard about these things. And again, we know that we live in a society where you will only know if someone thinks that you should know, right? So us as, women or Black-owned businesses or minority communities, why would they host an informational for us or for our parents about how to protect your assets when you pass away? Why would they do that for us, right? Because they think we don't need it. But every single bank, when you show up with your certificate of your trust and advise that you want to transfer the ownership of your account into a trust, they know exactly what to do. There's a process for that. But if they're not having that conversation with you, it's simply because they think that we don't need to know, okay? But this is very normal in many other communities. Now, the next thing, life insurance, okay? Life insurance. More of us need life insurance anyway, but when you have life insurance, you have to make sure that your trust is the beneficiary of the life insurance. Don't put your kids directly as the beneficiary. Don't even put your husband directly as the beneficiary. Don't put your parents, anything like that, directly as a beneficiary, because guess what? When you pass away, life insurance can also go through probate. It doesn't mean that they can always just receive those benefits right away. But when the beneficiary of your life insurance is the trust fund, the trust account, remember, the trust has an EIN, it can open a bank account, it can do those things. The trust account is what is going to receive the money. And then based on what you've designated in your trust, 20% goes here, 30% goes here. Hold on, y'all. Y'all have to read this book. Hold on. Okay. Oof, my belly, y'all. I'm still wearing pre-pregnancy clothes, and they're fitting, but sometimes my belly be poking out. All right. What would the Rockefellers do? What would the Rockefellers do? You have to read this book. You have to read this book. I'm on my second round of reading. Ooh, okay, let me just read this section to you, y'all. Okay, I need you guys to understand. This book is based off of how the Rockefellers actually organized their finances, okay? This book is completely true, okay? So it's based on how they take their trusts, how they fund their trust with life insurance. So basically understand this. This is a little long, but pay attention, okay? Y'all ready? Comment ready in the chat if you're ready. This is about 2 paragraphs, but I have a nice reading voice, so. Okay, y'all ready? So I'm gonna go from here. All right, I'll go from here. You can set up a trust that allows any descendant to use that money for an entrepreneurial program, a mastermind program, or a college education, for example. In order to access the money, they would write a plan to the board of the trust saying, I'd like to go to this college and it costs this much money. And I'd like to borrow that money from the trust. In essence, the trust is a family bank. The trust allows this loan due to the investment in education, the expansion of the individual's ability to create value and earn a living, but it is imperative for that individual to have a cash flow insurance policy that protects the trust. As soon as a beneficiary of the trust is born, check this out. The trust takes out a life insurance policy for the maximum amount of insurance a company will offer. That way, if the borrower never pays the money back, it is not detrimental to the survival of the trust. They have restrictions on how much they can borrow, and if they are not able to pay it back in full, the trust will be made whole again by the life insurance. And if or when they do pay it back, the interest on that loan is not getting paid back to the government or to a banking institution, but back to the family bank, keeping the family finances strong. Drop a gem in the chat if y'all really just picked that up right now. Drop a gem in the chat, y'all. I had already marked this page because, again, I'm on my second time reading this book. I need you guys to drop a gem if you really just understood what I just read right there. The Rockefellers are the wealthiest family probably in the world. They say just America, but I feel like they hide their wealth. I feel that they're probably one of the wealthiest families in the world. And you are seeing right here how they are using trust funds to essentially have their own bank. I want you guys to comment 2 words in the chat. Family bank. Family bank. What do I always tell you guys when I go live or when we're in class together? I always tell you, the goal is to make sure you run your businesses as a family business. I have an LLC. My husband has LLCs. My kids all have LLCs. They work for our businesses. This is, we operating. We are operating. Let me just touch on this important thing. As soon as a beneficiary of the trust is born, The trust takes out a life insurance policy for the maximum amount of insurance that the company will offer. That way, if the borrower never pays the money back, it is not detrimental to the survival of the trust. Again, that trust will be made whole by the life insurance. So when you are borrowing from your own family bank, this is how, we're over here figuring out how to secure funding from banks and loans and lenders, right? And that's it's important knowledge to have. It's important to understand how to function within our lending system. Yeah, because I'm excited today. That's why I keep coughing. Right? It's important for us to understand how to function within our lending system. But peep what they said about being your own bank. When you have your trust with your life insurance, with your trust being the beneficiary of your life insurance, this essentially becomes the money pool in which your family pulls from. And my favorite part about this is, what did they say? When a family member or a child or whoever wants to borrow from the trust, right, they have to essentially present to the board of the trust, which in some cases, when you're still alive, it's going to be you and your partner. But when you pass away, you're going to assign your successors, right? Sometimes you can assign a company. The Rockefellers have a whole team that essentially just run their finances. It's going to be someone that you trust. It's going to be, that's going to be up to you and your family to decide. But the children or whoever wants to borrow from the trust have to present what is it for. This is how we require excellence in our families. Because one thing that I have learned since becoming a 7-figure earner and starting to increase the wealth in my family is that passing down money isn't enough. We have to be passing down knowledge. Because if I leave my kids with millions of dollars, but never once made them understand the importance of entrepreneurship, made them understand the importance of education, help them to develop a sense of financial literacy, guess what's going to happen to all that money? It's going to be gone. Right? I'm sure you guys also have an example of a friend or family member or someone that you know who came into some money. Maybe they came into some life insurance money or came into some kind of check, and 1, 2, 3 years later, the money's gone. The money's gone. It even happened to my mom. My grandmother left a great life insurance policy to my mom. But unfortunately, the money wasn't used wisely, right? And my mom will tell you this herself. And so, thank God gave me the opportunity to start a new wave in our family. But this is what happens, right? We have to pass down knowledge. Passing down money is one thing, but passing knowledge is another. So this book, What Would the Rockefellers Do? This is literally a roadmap of how they organize their money and their finances. So I'm really glad I got to just read you guys that example. But I want you to understand the systems for you to do this already exist. Trust funds exist. Holding companies exist. You can get a life insurance policy on your child as soon as they have a social security number within the first 2 weeks of their life. Yes, this isn't my financial freedom challenge. We have a whole day on trust funds where my actual lawyer, my estate lawyer, is going to come in and teach you guys how to form it, what to do, and etc. So today we're talking about it, but in the challenge, you're going to get a full class with Sasha, who's going to be teaching you exactly what to do. So this is how you start to put it together, right? And the great thing about this is that once you implement this structure, your family cannot go broke, right? Because now the life insurance goes into the family bank, which then can be delegated to support everyone in the family based on what they need the money for. So we don't just have some people willy-nilly touching the money, right? So the trust is going to provide structure. Your trust fund is going to provide structure, and it's going to provide a means for the money that you start to make or the money that you add into your family through life insurance, for that to actually go towards building wealth. Keep in mind, your trust can also invest for you, right? So picture it this way. You get a life insurance policy, and I feel like people sleep on life insurance. I used to sell life insurance, y'all. I'm actually still licensed. People sleep on life insurance and we don't get enough of it, but it is literally a way in which you can leave $500,000 or $1 million or more to your family without you having to be a millionaire first. Let me make sure you guys understand. You can buy your net worth before you build your net worth. You can buy your net worth before you build your net worth. You can absolutely do that. That is what life insurance puts you in position to do, especially when you structure it properly. So when you have your life insurance, you make sure you put the beneficiary as your trust fund. So that way you start to create the foundation of your family bank. If everyone in your family, it's a non-negotiable that they have to have $1 million or $500,000 policy, that means whenever whoever's coming in that next generation, there's $500,000, $1 million or more going into that trust account to get them started. Another thing about the trust is you're going to set certain guidelines that say this money is accessible when so-and-so is age blank. This money is accessible when so-and-so goes to college, when so-and-so gets married. But if so-and-so does this, the money is not accessible. You see what I'm saying? You're going to put rules in place so that even when you're not here, or whoever you're doing this for isn't here, the trust still is going to abide by whatever those rules are to make sure that your wishes are met. This is how we still run things, you know what I'm saying? We still make sure that the money goes where it's supposed to go. Now, let's talk about things like your assets, right? Your car, your house, your jewelry, your cash, things of that nature. One of the key things that you guys should do here, hey, yes, Geisha, I'm excited. I will definitely connect you with, CJ is not part of the team, but I do have someone who can help you. CJ is still great though. If you reach out to him, he can still get you tied back to us. Okay, y'all. So what I was saying is I'm reading comments on YouTube and Instagram, but here's one thing I want you guys to understand. I often tell you guys the importance of purchasing assets in your business name, right? So purchasing a car in your business name, getting real estate in your business name. But let's say you already have a house that is in your personal name, okay? A part of funding your trust means also putting the ownership of your home into your trust fund. But one of the steps you may take before that is to put the ownership of your home into your business entity, okay? And so the way you're going to do that is with a quit claim deed, okay? I'm gonna pull it up for you. It's a similar process in order to put your home into the name of your business and in order to put your home into the name of your trust fund, okay? It is a quit claim deed, and you will get this from your county clerk's office. You have to make sure that you have an active or current copy of your current deed to the house. And filing the quit claim deed is essentially switching over the ownership, okay? Now, two different things that happen here. When you want to reassign your home to your business with a quitclaim deed, depending on the balance of your mortgage and depending on your mortgage company, you may need to let them know that you have made this change and see if there's any, limitations that they may have regarding your loan, okay? They want to make sure that even if you put the home into your LLC, that you are still going to pay for your mortgage, or the business is going to pay for the mortgage, okay? On the other hand, when you are transferring your home into your trust funds, because it is an asset protection vehicle, that is something that you can do automatically, right? And it doesn't mean it happens right away. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when your home is then owned by the trust, now it becomes an asset of the trust, right? So instead of you being the owner and you having to put out money for repairs and you having to do certain things to upkeep the property, now, because it is owned by the trust, it is an asset of the trust. Any other money that belongs to the trust, right? So if you have money in your trust account, if there is money in the trust account from life insurance or from any other designations that you've made, now that becomes what you use on your property. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So you want to make sure that when it comes to protecting your assets, a first step to do this is to definitely put your assets in your business name. Okay? Put your assets in your business name. Because whenever something goes down with you, if somebody's trying to sue you or if somebody's trying to, relinquish your property, if it's in your business name, it doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to the business, which is a separate entity. That next layer of protection is to make sure that it is funded, that you have funded your trust with that property. Okay? That way, should anything happen, I don't own it. It's not mine. Own nothing, control everything. I want y'all to write that down in the chat. Own nothing, control everything. So, what you mean I have 3 houses? What you mean you want to seize my car? I don't own that. What you mean, my account, my bank account? That's not mine. I'm a beneficiary. The trust owns that house. My trust owns that account. My trust manages these vehicles. I don't own that. So, one thing, y'all, when you guys come to class in the challenge, again, you're going to meet my lawyer, okay? So she's going to be teaching you guys the full, I am not a lawyer. So I'm teaching you all based on what I have experienced with setting up my own trust and helping the graduates of my program set their trust up. You all know that Mommy Millionaire, one of our core principles is to help our community set up trust funds. And we've been doing that since 2022, which is amazing, right? Hundreds of people have gotten trust through me. So I'm talking to you guys based on experience, but when we're in class and my lawyer breaks it down for you guys, this is how wealthy people literally hide their money. Like, we want to be mad at, Trump and Jeff Bezos and all of these people. Honestly, when I started to learn, I was like, you know what? I really can't even be mad at you because the system allows you to do this. All they're doing is leveraging the laws in this country to maximize their wealth and hide it. You know what I mean? And it's not illegal. We just have not been exposed to this. But this is what wealthy people do. You may think someone's net worth is a certain amount, but that's only relevant to the things they own. That doesn't include the things that their trust owns. That doesn't include the things that their business entities or holding companies own. They only want you to know what they want you to know. That's why when I see people say, oh, Jeff Bezos' net worth is 149, however much, I'm like, that's probably double. Oprah's net worth, it's probably double. Because those Cayman Island accounts, not only can you set up trust funds here in the US, but you also set up international trusts. This is how they make the money go away. And this is how you as well, when you start to increase your income, right? When I'm talking to you guys about making $50,000 a month and securing passive income, you want to make sure that all that money that you're making and all these assets you start to acquire, we're not just working hard for them to all go away. We're not working hard to make more money in our business for us to end up not seeing it 5-10 years from now. That's not the point. We are not working this hard for it to all of a sudden not be accessible to our family. I mean, like, am I right? You're doing this. You're wanting to grow your business. You're wanting to have a business. You're wanting to secure income and grow your income so that your children or whomever in your life you want to pass this down to can actually benefit from the work you're doing right now. And the main and only way I would argue for them to be able to benefit properly from the work you are doing is for you to have a trust fund, is for you to make sure that your assets are owned by the trust, is for you to make sure that you have a family bank. I remember when I started hearing people talk about the family bank. This is before, I started my business or hired a lawyer or an estate planner. And I thought it was fake. I was like, oh, this just sounds like, something people just say to make it sound really good, right? And so I want you to always realize, just because some of what we went over today is new to you, right? Just because it's new to you doesn't mean it's fake. Just because you haven't heard it before doesn't mean it's not real, right? We have to unlearn this idea to assume that just because someone else is doing it and we've never seen it done, that all of a sudden it must not exist, or all of a sudden it's a scam, or it's a lie, or it's not possible, right? You've got to realize there's a lot of money movements, accounts, asset protection strategies, estate strategies, investing strategies that we have never heard of and would appear to be too incredible, but they absolutely exist, and you are absolutely next to be able to use them and take advantage of them. I want y'all to comment, I'm next, in the chat. I want y'all to comment, I'm next, in the chat. I always tell my financial planning team, when you guys come to the challenge, you're going to get a full lesson from them on day 4. That's our investing and wealth day. So they're going to be going over with you investment strategies. And this is my financial planning team that I pay 5 figures a year for. But I told them when I started working with them, I said, you know what? I'm very grateful that I can afford to hire you and learn these things. But I don't think it's fair that my audience doesn't know this simply because they don't have $40,000 a year to pay you. So I'm going to need you guys to start coming with me to class and giving some of these strategies. So when y'all are in the challenge, y'all are going to be learning directly from the team that I pay for on a yearly basis so that you can see and understand that this information is out there and it's real. And again, I feel like I only was able to learn these things because I had the money to afford the knowledge. But I don't want that to continue. I don't think you should need to have the money to hire an estate planning team in order for you to be able to know how to set up a trust fund properly, how to leverage certain investment accounts so that you become your own bank. This is why the challenge is so amazing. This is why we have so many successful graduates from this challenge, because I need you to really understand that it is designed. You don't have to go pay my lawyer for a consultation because she's coming to the challenge. You don't have to go pay my estate planning team for a consultation because they're coming to the challenge. Because I want you to really be able to see that what I'm telling you guys is very real, and it's something that you can implement now, even if you are not a 7-figure earner yet. Your $50,000, $20,000, however many properties you have at the moment, you are going to be able to take that and start implementing the strategies to build wealth for yourself. Okay. If you have a car, excuse me, that you own outright, you need to, first things first, go to the DMV, transfer that ownership into your business name. You can either sell the car to your business for $1, or you can simply, transfer it over to your business. Okay. You want to make sure that anything you have that's reasonable, right, should be going into your business name, then eventually into a holding company, then eventually into a trust as soon as you get your trust open. Drop a money bag in the chat if 2024 is going to be your year to get a trust fund. Drop a money bag in the chat, because, when you come to the challenge, I'm going to help you make it happen. I'm going to help you make it happen. I don't want you guys going into 2025 without this trust fund set up. And let me just tell you, you start to operate differently. I feel like you walk with a little more confidence. You have a little more, don't F with me energy when you know your assets are together. Even if you don't have assets right now, but when you know that you have your trust fund, when you know that you have the knowledge about investing, when you know that you know how to go secure funding and turn it into passive income, when you know that you know how to sell online, there's a little bit more of a, I don't have to take no mess from you, because you have your stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? And it's Black History Month. Like, when you know that you have your financial situation organized, every day is Black History Month. Because you're like, listen, y'all may have tried to try my ancestors. Y'all may have tried to mess with my ancestors who didn't have the ability to advocate for themselves and didn't have the ability to know the structure of this country and financial literacy and structure. But I am not my ancestors, honey. I know. So try somebody else. Try somebody else, because I am not the one. That's exactly the type of energy you're going to have. Every time I talk to some of our challenge graduates, that's what they say. They're like, it's different because I know my kids are good. I know I have investments for them. It's different. It's different, y'all, at school. And I'm never, my kids are very, very well behaved. But when they come to me and tell me, oh, somebody tried to say something, I'm like, and who? Because let me tell you something, you don't need nothing from any of them. You're going to go to school, you're going to do a great job, and you care about you. If some little boy didn't want to play soccer with you, go. I'm not done yet. If some little boy didn't want to play soccer with you, don't even worry about it. Because you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mommy. You can have all the soccer balls you want. Mommy. Yes. Okay, we're about to go. You guys ready to go have some yummy pizza? Okay, go wait for me outside. Mickey Mouse pizza. Yes. Go wait for me outside and close the door, okay? Mommy's coming in 5 minutes. Thank you. Go, go. We'll have some yummy pizza and ice cream. Wait, Rahima. Raheem, go with Rahima and close the door. Mommy's almost done. Rahima, stop playing like that. Rahima, you're not going to get ice cream. Thank you. So, come on, go ahead. You guys wait patiently in the living room. Thank you. Okay, those are the twins, y'all. I know, she's so sweet, huh? She is so sweet. They're good kids, y'all. They're good kids. So, you know, yes, I'm definitely not having my kids grow up, you know, entitled and rude. But you guys know, you know, I am teaching them like, hey, you know who you are because you are well situated. You know what I'm saying? I think that for us as African Americans, a lot of the time our insecurities and our lack mentality come from the fact that our parents weren't always in a financially good situation. So we sometimes accept things that we should not accept because we have felt as though we don't have other options, right? We have accepted certain relationships. We have probably accepted certain jobs. We have probably accepted certain treatment. We have probably accepted certain friendships, right? We've accepted certain things because of the fact that we know that we did not have financially strong ground to stand upon. You see what I'm saying? So when you all implement what I'm teaching you with this challenge and what I teach you about funding and making money and having your trust and having asset protection, right? It starts to change the way in which you navigate the world, because now you can navigate the world and know that I don't have to just accept rinky dink, stinky link treatment from any person, place, or thing, because I know that I know how to take care of myself and I know that my house is in order. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Yes, I do. I will get her some ice cream. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So that is where your power comes from. That is where our power comes from. So this financial freedom challenge is about so much more than making money online, right? That's what you're going to learn how to do. That's what I'm going to give you guys this bonus for. But it's also about really giving you the tools and the strategies to free yourself from, this rat race, right? To be able to say, I know how to go and make money outside of what this job or whoever is telling me that I deserve. I know how to go put this digital product online and make $10,000. Excuse me. I know how to go organize my business plan to go get $20,000 from the bank. I know how to take that $20,000, buy some assets, and have passive income. I know how to get myself some life insurance, set up my trust to make sure that when I pass away, my family is good. It just makes you want to do the Harlem Shake or something. It just make you want to, it just make you want to shimmy. Like, that's a flex. I don't know about all these other flexes that people be talking about, but freedom, financial freedom, that is the flex. I love me a good Chanel and a Louis bag and I love some designer, but the real flex is financial freedom. The real flex is knowing you don't have to worry. We got to start shifting our mindset to that, y'all. Comment flex in the chat. That's the real flex, is financial freedom. That's why this challenge is in Black History Month. We start on the 18th. Like, That's the flex. Understanding how to go make $100,000 online. That's the flex. Knowing how to generate passive income. That is the flex, right? That is what will put you in position to have options. That financial freedom is truly power, y'all. God did not design us to be stressed about money. So let me show you guys the schedule of the challenge, y'all. And I'm going to show you guys this bonus. This bonus is amazing. It is only available for 10 people today, but we are in Black History Month, so I'm hooking y'all up. Now, I promised you guys that I would extend the early bird price to today, okay? So normally the 6-day challenge is $597, but I'm dropping the price, $200. And you guys are getting all 6 days for only $397, which is like $60 a day. So just so you guys know what we're covering, on our VIP day, we're going over digital products, then marketing, passive income and funding, trust funds. This is where you're going to learn from my trust lawyer. Investing strategies. This is where you're going to learn from my estate planning team. And then boom, how you're going to live tax-free. Now, I told you guys I'm going to give you the tools to really make this year your year. So not only are you going to learn how to sell digital products online, I'm giving you my full done for you digital product bundle. So you are going to get an entire suite of digital products in different niches for you to add into your business right now. These are fully white labeled. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to be able to add these into your business and you keep 100% of the profits. I am making the digital products for you. You're going to be able to go in, customize it, change it, adjust it, make it fit your brand. And then boom, you start making 100% of the money for yourself based on everything I've taught you. So this is going to empower you to start marketing for your current business or any other business that you want to create without ever needing to show your face online. I know some of y'all are faceless, right? As in you would prefer to faceless market. And that's exactly what this is going to empower you to do, is to be able to make money without having to spend the time to figure out how to create your own products, without having to spend the time to figure out what tools and systems to use. On day 1 of the challenge in our digital product class, you guys are going to literally set it up. You're going to take the digital products that have been created for you and be in position to upload them, start connecting the tools, the systems, the strategies. It's a full class so that you can leave right away and start making money. So in this challenge, the core things that you're going to leave with are, number 1, how to make consistent $50,000 in sales in digital products and in digital marketing. Number 2, how to make $50,000 and more in passive income. And thirdly, how to secure $50,000 in funding. Of course, with the trust funds, the taxes, and the investing. But that's why I'm telling you that this challenge is going to situate you so that struggle is no longer what is normalized, right? Your stress about getting sales, you don't have to worry about that because I'm teaching you what to do and I'm giving you what to sell. If you've ever held yourself back from creating your digital product because you don't know how, if you've ever held yourself back from marketing your business online because you don't know how, that's exactly what this done for you bundle is going to give you. Everything all in one place so that you can take yourself out of the position of trying to do it and have it done for you. I want you guys to comment done for me, okay? Comment done for me, because let me take some of that stress off you, girl. Let me take some of that stress off of you. So the key thing here is now you are in position to just start. Now you are in position to actually grow. Now you are in position to come get the knowledge, get the tools, and be able to implement them right away. No waiting. I don't want it to be June or July or September before you start to see progress in your business. Let's start flexing this month in Black History Month, okay? Let's start getting this money right now. Let's start achieving financial freedom right now. So y'all, it's a full package, all right? So I'm just gonna show you guys. When you secure your seat, and I did change the price, you're getting the digital product done for you bundle. As you can see, this is only available for the next 10 people. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to secure your seat. So boom, you're getting all the different digital products, an entire suite of ebooks, workbooks, and digital product templates that are fully customizable for your business. You're getting the full systems to use, okay, with a full guide on how to do it. So all you have to do is watch the video and connect. And then you have full resale rights. So I'm creating this for you to be able to go and sell in your business. Next 10 people. All right, so I'm about to unlock it. Let me just make sure the price is down. Let me just double check. Okay, yes. So here's what we're going to do. Y'all gotta go ahead and secure your seat right now. I don't know if someone just bought it from this live or somewhere else, but we have 9 left, okay? So 10 spots available to get everything I've listed, plus the done for you bonus, so that you are in position to just immediately start making sales in your business without you needing to do it yourself. So what you guys are gonna do, and I'm gonna give you a few minutes to get this done before we hop off, okay? You're going to go to my page, Ellie Talks Money, go to my profile, click on the link in my bio. It is the very first link. Boom. And you are going to click secure your seat. I want you to see that the bonus is activated on my site. I did reduce the price. So you've got the digital bundle. Secure your seat for the next 10 people. And then boom. Add your email address because this is a tax write-off, okay? So when you secure your seat, those of you who want to split your payment, you can use Affirm, Klarna, or Afterpay. But when you secure your seat, make sure that you put your email address correctly because that's how you're going to get your receipt so you can write this off. Now, for those of you that are on YouTube, I'm going to show you guys the link. So when you can either go to my Instagram, click on the link in my bio, and secure your seat here. But the website, I think I can drop it in the chat. Let me just add it. Is right here. Ellievatedacademy.com. So if you go straight to Ellievatedacademy.com, you'll click where it says join the summit. Oh, boom, there's the link. Thank you. The link is in the chat on YouTube. How do I turn this camera? All right, boom. All right, let me check here. Okay, we've got 6 left, y'all, to get in the 10 people spot for today to secure your seat to the challenge. Financial freedom is your birthright, and this is the year that you are going to have it. Yes. We are getting this work done. Truth, you're in here. I just dropped the link right in the chat so you can secure your seat. The rest of y'all, the link is right here in the chat so you can secure your seat. So a few other bonuses that you guys are going to get, excuse me. All of these additional bonuses come with the challenge. So when you log into your portal, you're going to see all of these. Okay, when you log in, you're going to see all of these. There's some additional bonuses like your investor list, your investor checklist, your lenders list, and some grants. And then this additional bonus for those of you who get into this group of 10, you're going to see a welcome video about the Done For You bundle, and then you'll be able to start getting ready for the challenge. All right. So when you click secure your seat, I do recommend that you add on the workbook. It's a 50-page workbook that is designed for you to use throughout the whole challenge. So print it out, put it on your iPad, whatever the case, but that way you are ready. Let me see if I'm missing any questions. Oh, that's a good one. Someone asked a question about life insurance. Let me wait for a few minutes because I don't want anyone to miss the answer to that question while they're getting their seat. Yes, 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 yes. The bonus is for the next 10 people. So as long as you secure your seat, you are going to get it. Yes, you got your seat secured. You got your seat secured. Yes, it is going to be done for you. So many digital products for a hairstylist. You should have digital products that will allow you to show people how they can grow out their hair, how they can have healthier hair, how they can do their own hair at home. So in your digital product Done For You bundle that comes along with your challenge ticket, there are also several ebooks in there in the hair and beauty niche that you can completely customize to fit into your business. So the information is already in there. All you have to do is add your picture, your logo, make it fit your business. And this is something that you can immediately start selling right away. Okay, go wait for me.
Sit here, Mommy.
Yes, y'all. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm making sure you guys secure your seat. We have a few left. Seat secured. Yes, I'm so excited for you. So those of you who are still working on it, or those of you who maybe are there right now, go ahead and DM me the word challenge, okay? DM me the word challenge or DM me the word trust funds so we can help you get your seat secured to the challenge. I'm going to make sure that the bonus stays available for the next 5 people since we have 5 people left before we hit that 10. So make sure that you DM me to secure your seat. Yes, shout out to you guys on YouTube. I know that you guys secured your seats as well. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for you guys to get in this room, for you guys to get this information. I always tell you guys that the only distance between where you are right now, your income right now, your bank account right now, your business right now, and where you want to be, the distance between those two is knowledge. That's it. Is knowledge and then execution. So this challenge is giving you guys the opportunity to do both, to gain the knowledge needed to make more money, and at the same time to execute directly in class so you can start to see those results happen. Let's get it, boo. All right, so you guys send me a DM with the word challenge or the word trust funds. Congratulations to those of you guys who secured your seat to the challenge already. And if you are still working on it, send me a DM. Me and my team can help you get locked in. And then, of course, log into your portal so you can start looking through all your bonuses right now. Yes, Truth. How do you do the second payment? If you split your payment, it'll just automatically do the second one for you. Usually like within the next couple weeks. But you can always email me too, Truth, if you have a question. All right, love y'all. Financially free. Bye.
Yay. You're done.
Yeah, so Truth, shout out to you, Starkia and Kendra. So Truth, send me an email if you have a question. But if you split your payment, the second payment will just come out automatically either 2 weeks from now or a month from now, depending on what you selected. But congratulations to those of y'all who are in the challenge and got the bonus. I cannot wait to see you guys in the room. And I'll see you guys in our next live. Happy Friday.